This is my Makita Mac700 air compressor, which replaces an old Sears 20-gallon unit I had in which the tank had rusted out. I'm using a spring-loaded hose reel from Northern Hardware, although you can get the same thing from Harbor Freight and other outfits like that. The compressor sits up on a raised enclosure, which makes the controls and the drain more reachable, so I don't have to get down on my knees to get at them. Underneath is an air dryer that dries the inlet air, not the output. The height of the box is set by the hose reel inlet, which is positioned to allow the hose to run underneath the compressor and just simply loops up the side and into the regulator. There's a notch cut in the side so I can easily reach the drain. And we have a box up on top for the various accessories. On the back, the outlet of the dryer with a plastic ring on it to keep the dryer in place is plumbed up to the inlet of the compressor. There is some restriction on the dryer, which increases the fill time from empty from about 1 minute and 2 seconds to 1 minute and 6 seconds. So it adds maybe 4 seconds for a complete fill. For my use, that flow reduction is not going to cause any difficulties or throughput problems. Here's a little detail on the air inlet dryer. Air comes in through this hole. This pinkness here is due to about 2 hours of running in high humidity. So it looks like it should last me, with my usage, it should run maybe a couple months before it's all pink. The air flows down through the backmost cell, makes a reverse up the middle one, and just zigzags all the way to the top of the last cell, down to this duct which carries the air back to the outlet. The reason for doing it this way is for the front cell, the one I can see, will be the very last one to turn pink, and told me it's time to regenerate it by baking it all. The cover, I formed a gasket by covering the bottom of the lid with PVA mold release, then laying a bead of silicone sealant along the tops of the cells, setting the lid in it to just spread out the silicone just enough to cover the tops of the edges, letting it cure, and then I soaked it in hot water to dissolve the PVA, and the cover came off fairly easily.